We are back finally. The 1967 Mustang GT500 Eleanor build. From Gone in 60 Seconds, we left off with Book 18. Pack 70 was missing a part. Contacted Fanhome. They sent out a replacement pack, but they decided to send it to my old address, even though I had updated my new address with them and had been receiving packages at the new address. Go figure. Eventually got the replacement pack sent out, so I mean, they did make it right. However, it's just frustrating. They've done this to me repeatedly with the Enterprise build as well. But this is what I was missing, this long piece right here. So, should I start from scratch? Nope. If you want to see where I left off, you can take a look at the previous Eleanor vid. Because in these vids I'm trying to knock out every pack in the book, which is 4 packs per book for the most part. This one happened to be the last one, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. I'll do a quick little review, and I'll just dice out the part I needed. How we looking here with lighting? Try to adjust some of this lighting around. There we go. So what I did previously was we completed this tack. We started mounting it to the steering column, and then we were right here. So I need part 70H, which is, they're calling steering column. That's not right. Their names are kind of off on this chart here. Alright, anyway, let's proceed. See if I can get you down a little bit closer. A bit closer. That's a little better. Hopefully everyone's doing wonderful out there in YouTube land, wherever you may be. We're a couple of weeks out from Easter at the time of me filming this. So here's what I was missing. This little rod. And it's metal. Steering rod there. And I'm going to be using, I feel like I don't have any room. What's going on? Let me set this box that's next to me down off of this desk. That's a little better. It's been so long since I filmed one of these, I don't even know what the heck I was doing. Alright, I got to get this little gear. 70L steering pinion. I need a force. I need to use force to fit. And use a hammer. I don't have a damn hammer down here. I may have to get a hammer. Here's the little gear. This is going to go on the end. Okay, we got a little bit hard to see, so we do have a flat spot there. There's a keyway, so we're going to line that up here with this gear keyway. Don't have a dang hammer down here. was dumb. Poked a hole in my little mat, and it's still not all the way on. Almost. Really don't want to damage this part. How far up is that supposed to slip? Why? A little bit more. John Solar, should I have taken the time to go upstairs and get a hammer? No, why would you want to do that, Cobra? Just use an improper tool for hammering. I don't want to damage that side. I think that's going to be good. Looks like we're all the way on for the most part. We'll leave it at that. Yes, we will leave it at that. Now, take this part of the steering column and you know what's weird? This is not in there, right? This needs to go. This wire here needs to, I think we bend that 90, and this is a button. It's got to go right in there. Aha. So this goes up through there like that. And that sits down in there. Like that. It's so chintzy. And does it, where's this wire need to go after that? It doesn't say. Oh, it just feeds down this column. Why does it feel like I can't see anything? Like that? What a joke. Okay. I think that's in there, right? Is that our horn button? Okay, so that's in there like that. Now this goes in here. Like that. What's really great about this, and I'd almost forgotten about it, is just the total lack of words. It's just pictures. You just got to figure it out. Really don't like how this steering shaft here is going to just be rubbing up on this wire, because the wire goes to the side and the shaft is supposed to be next to it, maybe. Yeah, that's how that goes. That's how that goes. Alright, so we got that in. Now we take the bottom part of the steering column and this, I think the shaft, they want the flat end pointing like this. Don't know if it matters. It probably will matter, but probably won't. We'll start with it oriented like that. And then put this part of the steering column in place. There we go. Make sure the cable's on that side. Okay, yeah, and that spins freely. We're going to secure this with some PS14 screws. I don't even remember if I had those screws out already. Oh, PS14 right there. PS14. Oh, I literally have no witty banter at all because apparently I have no riz. So I'll just accept that fact. That's the new saying. And this is too big. Let's switch to a smaller bit. There we go. A PH0. Okay. I'm going to do this back one first. Get it started. Another PS14 screw. Post up in the comments if you're still with me. Help me with the algorithm. These Fanhome builds are brutal because of the time period it takes to get all the kits. You know, I guess if you didn't have nothing to do all day and you just wanted to wait and wait and wait over multiple years to do these, hey, maybe this is your game. I don't know. This one's gonna be really cool when it's done. Definitely keeping this one for myself. It'll be a cool one to display. However, I no longer enjoy 3 to 4 year builds because that's what these turn into. That still turns. Time, you know, like this is an example. Missing part out of a bag, out of a sealed bag. They'd send the replacement to the wrong address. Contact them again, explain to them again. And they finally send it to the right place. Not to mention, I still don't have. I have 1, 2. After this box, I have 1, 2. I do have several boxes, to include a box I just got that was ginormous, and it actually has a big portion of the vehicle, of the car body. So I'd like to get to that point. But then it'll be burnt through those boxes and it'll be a waiting game again. Alright, steering wheel. I want to make sure that we get this oriented correctly. Alright, so see, yeah, this needs to rotate around. 'Cause we want this to be like this. How far in does this thing jam? I really hope I put that in the right spot. Don't think I did. I think I totally screwed this up. Oh, for F's sakes. I think I gotta take this apart. Here's the instructions. So you got an arrow, alright? And then, yep, there it is. That's what I missed. This little detail in there. I have my shaft sticking way far out. Mother effer. Undo. I got some corrosion on the end of that. Let's mess with those G.I. Joe screws. John Solar told me he loves those G.I. Joe videos where I'm repairing those old G.I. Joes. So I'll probably just send him those vids privately to him for future ones so he can watch them while he's taking his bubble bath. Okay, what the hell? Son of a gun. So this wire feels like it's in the way. What a disaster of a video, but this is what it's going to be. Welcome to the S show. Oh man, this can't be happening. I gotta get this steering wheel off. What the fudge, man? I barely even stuck it in there. Now we're locked in. There we go. Ridiculous. At least I got a spare steering wheel in case I needed it. So how does this go? How does this go? Like this? Or does it go way back here? Or right here? Maybe right there. Okay, there is a notch. There is a notch for this cable to sit down into. That I'm seeing down in there, which you probably can't see because no matter what I do, light will not penetrate the depths for this video. Like that. Like that. Okay. Back in business. So let's go right here. Right there. It's gonna go right there. Right there. I still think it rubs up against these cables too much. I guess if you're in here turning the steering wheel all the time, maybe you'd rub through, but you're really not going to be doing that, I guess. This thing's just going to be on display. Okay. Yeah. That is how it goes. Confirmed with the crappy picture. Okay. Steering column. Much better. Much better. Let's try this again, shall we? 3 screws. Just snug them in. Oh man, who's out there stacking silver? That was a crazy week. Silver had shot up to what, around 34-ish. Now it's literally today dropped down to 29. I dropped down yesterday to 29 an ounce. I was going to buy some silver bullion, but I was waiting to hear back from this company called Provident Metals. I'd ordered from them before, like a long time ago. And I noticed, I was like, you know, I got to find the cheapest place to order some bullion if I'm going to do it. Get as close to the spot as possible. I don't have a lot of good local options here. So I can't really order in too large of a bulk if I'm going to do it. I just don't have extra cash like John Solar has. That is in. But anyway, I noticed like, oh, they do military, active duty, and veteran discount, but you got to give them all this documentation because they don't use the ID me for some reason. All this invasive documentation, so I do that. Accidentally sent it with the wrong email. Didn't send it with my normal email that I had the account with them. I used my one that I try to keep just for like paying bills and stuff, because you don't want that filled up with spam from purchases, because every website sells your info. Unfortunately, I was logged into that when I sent my docs, and they said, took them a couple of days, they replied and said, thank you, but you got to have an account for us to apply the veteran discount. I'm like, okay, I do have an account. Oh, I sent it from the wrong email. So I resent it from the correct email, explained, hey, this is my account email, blah blah, requesting this to be added to my account for the discount to be applied, blah blah. Ghost Town, never heard back from them. It's a pretty reputable company too, Provident Metals, so I may try to contact them on Monday. If they don't want to give it to me, that's fine, just say so. I mean, don't advertise it, then, because it's not a guarantee, so I'm not whining about that. It's just for your advertising it. I give you all the documents. Apply it to my account and I'll order stuff from you. If not, I'm going to move on to SD Bullion or what are the other companies out there? I don't know. Okay, I got to get the steering wheel on. Using just this hand. Okay. So we are going... Oh, actually, they want me to put the cap on first. Oh my gosh. They want me to put this cap on first. And I can't see. I believe that's, they have written Eleanor on the steering wheel cap. There we go. Boom. That went in. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And this is going to go. Huh. No. How would I honk that horn later? Line this up like this. Right? Yeah. Like that. Push the steering wheel on. Oh, it is activating the button. Haha! That's satisfying. And this steering wheel is turning the steering shaft. Success! Now we need to... Oh, perfect. Let's see. We're going to get some room cleared off here. This is going to be a long video for this. We're at 23 minutes. Oh my gosh. Something that should have taken me like 2 minutes. But it is what it is. It's a restart vid. I got to get this part of the chassis that I just set on here. I got to get this inner part out. Move this chassis back, because we got to work with this guy. Oh, actually, let me just completely reverse what I just did. Dumb ass. Let me set this back in here. I gotta make sure these wires are fed correctly. Where the hell are these wires going to? To the side of the car. Chassis, the inner interior piece is now set onto the chassis. And I need to connect it with, I need to flip this over and connect it with PSO5 screws. Good Lord. What was this for? Oh, we're not using that yet. I gotta set that to the side so I don't lose it. Gotta set this to the side so I don't lose that. What a nightmare. PSO5. Get some PSO5 screws ready. We're gonna need 4 of these. There's this guy. We gotta flip it over. Oh, that just don't feel right. It's like sitting on that plastic dash. Screwdriver, PSO5 here, 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 and there. If you can even see that. I need to switch bits. Something a little bit bigger. And that's snug. Yeah, so anyways, anyone stocking silver out there? Or are you in that gold territory? Okay, that's not going into anything at all. What the hell? It caught on something. What a joke. What a joke. Huh. So I don't know what's going on here. Those posts really aren't, that isn't fitting down in there. It's not sitting flat. It's not going in there. There it is. Is the other side that way? I don't know. Oh, did I just break something over here? Oh my god, I spilled some of this extra parts out. What a nightmare. Set this parts pack over there. I'll just deal with these extra parts later. Feels like it's in. I don't know. Okay, flip this upside down again. Rest it on that plastic dash. If we can't get the screw started here. The post wasn't fitting down into its receptacle. And now it feels like that is just the wrong screw maybe. So that was not tightening up. Let me try a different PSO5 screw. Doesn't really feel like it's tightening up, and I don't want to strip it out. So that's going to be, that's what it is. That's what that is. Put one back here. See, I feel that one gripping real nice. Oh, Don't want to over tighten that one either. It feels like it went tight and then started getting loose. What a joke. Where's this one go? That one snugged up nice. So that one and that one snugged up nice. Again, it's going into plastic though, so I don't want to overdo it. These ones didn't tighten for nothing. So I'm not gonna over tighten those, but it's holding that in. So let's flip that back over. Seems alright. Yeah, I think that's alright. I think. Okay, that was just a dumb process altogether. I really hate the squeaky chair, but I also hate having to flip this thing over upside down so it rests on this dash. Okay, now what are we doing here? Steering column, and oh my gosh, I cannot tell what the heck they want me to do. Put it in here. What is it? And then what? I got detail. Before fixing the steering column in place, straighten the wheels. Center the steering wheel. Check that the pinion wheel is properly engaged with teeth on steering rack 44A so that wheels will turn properly. Guess we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. In through here. Oh no, okay. This is a weird ass design. Make sure these wheels are straightish. Okay, give you the top down. So here's our steering gear. There's the teeth that they're wanting this to rest into. Somehow. And I don't know. Where the heck? What a joke. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. think we got it. Just gotta fiddle faddle with that to get that gear engaged. Make sure your steering column is straightish. And over here, right here, is where our little screw holey is. And that is where we need to put this little round piece that has a couple of little ears sticking off of it. That with a PS14 screw, which I don't know what PS14 screw is going to be now. So all my screws are just in a disarray. So I'm going to pull one out of my extra parts to make sure I get a PS14. There's a PS14 size. This teeth down in this keyway. Like that. What a dumbass design. Came up with this crap. I bet they pat themselves on the back for this nightmare. Hell, that ain't ever gonna engage nothing. 'Cause look, that's never gonna engage. Damn it. What a joke. My hole is a little far in. What kind of dumb crap is this? Alright, take a breath. Fudge! Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's never going to engage. That's never going to engage. I don't know if I have any more room to slide this column forward. Column needs to go forward a little more. Ooh, just right there. Right there. Right there. Okay, that's how you do it. Gotta move this dash a little bit. I gotta put the squeeze on the dash. Get this nightmare screw lined up. Unfortunately, I'm using my dominant hand to put the dash squeeze on. So now we're going in. The old left hand. Can we get it to engage? Yes. And we snug that up. What a... I don't know if you saw any of that, but... that is what I was fighting. To get that locked in. Now we can turn our steering wheel, and it does turn our front wheels. This is amazing, and we're pretty close to. Yeah, it looks pretty well. Wheels straight and the steering wheel straight. That sucked. Oh, we're not done yet. We gotta lock in this piece right here to keep this steering gear from popping out of place. That should be easier to do. And I gotta use a... oh, it's just by hand. Oh, it's just a snappy pappy. It's gonna go in like this. That's crazy. Is it really what it's doing? Don't get it. What is this even locking into? That? Like that? Or... I don't understand what this is telling me to do. Like, where at on this does it go? Looks like it goes over the drive shaft. Or the steering shaft, I should say, maybe. So maybe back far enough like that. Doesn't really lock into anything. I don't get it. I don't get it. But maybe, you know what, maybe that's when some other part is on top of here, maybe that holds it down. Only thing I can think of. So that's pressed in there by hand. We still have movement. That's it. Stop playing with it. Done. Done, done, done. Done. Complete. With that, a 43-minute video. Be 45 by the time I'm done here. To get to this, get the steering wheel fixed and done. And my camera is not cooperating. Okay. So what we were doing at the end of all these, we were taking a look at the behind the scenes, the ladies, the cars. Do we have any? We do. Daniela, 2000 Cadillac Eldorado. Barbara, 62 Aston Martin DB4 GT. Ooh la la, look at those headlights. Ooh, 93 Ford Mustang Cobra. That's just in here for funsies, I guess. Wasn't on the steel list. With that, book 18 is finally in the history books. Alright, next vid should be smoother, hopefully. I gotta get my groove back on this Eleanor build. But thanks for hanging out with me. It's a restart, a long, brutal restart, but we now have steering functional. And this piece is on, so that is good. No more coming off of on and off with it. Nice. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Boom.